All right, y'all. So I tried a Japanese place for the first time. This is the name of the place. If you're in Champagne, you definitely should check it out. I ordered pad thai noodles, veggie. If you want meat, you can get that. And it wasn't super expensive, and I was able to stretch this into 2 days.
So, this is me working better and at the same time showing other black women and men other options to being vegetarian or vegan or just trying to eat a little better. You can also make this meal, but I don't care to cook. Anyways, so basically, I bought this yesterday, um, and it's still like a pretty full meal. I bought this yesterday, and I still have a bunch left, right? So today I added onions, I added green peppers, and I added red peppers. This came with those like long, like these. What is this called? I forgot what those are called. It came with green beans. It came with onions. Um, it came with carrots, broccoli, mushrooms. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Okay.
Peace and love, peace and love. I'm back with another paper plate meal, and this one is starting off with rice. Um, Something you guys can try is put rosemary in your water and boil it before you put your rice in. It gives it a different flavor. I don't know. I really like it. But anyways, so this is a poblano pepper. I'm going to, as you can see, I'm cutting it in half. Don't cut yours in half. Cut it closer to the top so that you're able to feel your pepper up. I'll just be excited and get the cutting. Really, what I was trying to do is cut it in half, but then I realized like this pepper isn't as deep as a bell pepper. So yeah, this pepper is a little spicy, but once you bake it, it's not as spicy. And I'm actually going to explain that further in this video, so I won't get into the spiciness of it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm cutting the inside out and preparing it to be able to fill it. Okay, so boom, we're gonna put this rice on over in there. You could put however much rice you want, however less you want. Um, Whatever you want to do is up to you. This is the soup that I use. Um, so it's called Amy's Hearty Organic Soup. It's the rustic Italian vegetable kind. And in this soup, it has organic not dyed, organic diced tomatoes, organic zucchini, organic onions, organic garbanzo beans, bell peppers, organic brown rice, organic kale, organic mushrooms, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, sea salt, organic spices, organic basil, and organic black pepper, right? So as you can see with this pepper, I cut it so that I can actually stuff it the right way. And then I'm going to pour the soup over into the pepper. Now, I have leftover rice and I have leftover soup that I'm going to use for another meal. When I make these meals, I try to, if I can, I like leftovers. I don't have a problem with leftovers. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So I have a pot full of rice, as y'all can see. I only made 2 peppers. And then this can of soup, I only used a I use a scoop or two. So I'm going to use the rest of it for the next day. And what you also could do is you can put some vegan cheese over on top. If you're not a vegan, you could just put regular cheese. And voila! Now you have a baked poblano pepper. I really wish I had the vegan cheese, but I don't. And ignore the dry ass sausage on the side. You can eat it baked like this, or you can eat it in the like it was in the previous video. Yeah. So let's get into me eating this joint. So, I don't know if anybody has tried a poblano pepper, but a poblano pepper is spicy. My first time hearing about a poblano pepper, I have this thing where I buy workout programs from various people at different times. And on this girl's meal planning, she had a poblano pepper, but her recipe was a poblano pepper, quinoa, and chickpeas, and I feel like it had something else, and then it had vegan cheese. So I thought to make it a little different, what I've been doing is this new person that I've been following. She had a bunch of peppers and like bell peppers, different type of veggies. She had rice, she had quinoa, she had chickpeas, lentils, red lentils, the regular lentils, and yeah, paper plate meals. Like, I don't care to cook. So what I did was, when I was grocery shopping, I came across these soups in a can, and the soups had all of the soups in a can had all of the things that she said to have, like that I needed in a serving. So I needed lentils, I needed protein, chickpeas, I needed quinoa or brown rice. Not brown rice, quinoa, because I'm eating light, and I'm, trying to eat 5 meals a day. So I'm working on kind of shrinking my stomach, and like, I'm not a big girl. I'm not trying to lose weight. What I'm trying to do is be more toned and be more fit and firm, I guess. So I've just been watching what I'm eating. No carbs, no bread, no pasta. I've been cutting out shrimp and fish just because I do eventually want to be vegan, which is very hard. And earlier I said about the meal, it had cheese. I found a vegan cheese that I do like. The vegan cheese, it does melt, and I actually prefer to eat it melted. But it's not melted like cheesy, like macaroni cheesy. It melts though. So that's a good thing. It's so good. So basically what I did was, like I've seen, I cut the top half of the poblano pepper away. You want to make sure that you only cut the top and not cut it in half, because you want to be able to fill this thing up. You could put rice, you could put quinoa in there, and then you can even do black beans. But the soup that I had a lot of stuff in there: black beans, chickpeas,
peppers, onions. You could do mushrooms. We can do all type of stuff. And I originally cut up some vegan sausage to put in there, but that didn't work out. So I'm just eating it on the side. I need some water. Ooh, it pays to have a water cooler. But anyways, so this time that I made it, I thought that it would be cool to pour my hearty soup over in it. Now, had I had more time, again, I made my meal, and when I thought I was supposed to be done, I wasn't done, so I had to reheat it. But my plan was to put the rice inside, put the pepper on a pail of rice, and then pour some more soup over in it. That didn't work, but as you can see, still works. Still works. I'm really surprised that this pepper is spicy, because normally when I was making these before, when I baked it, it wasn't spicy. Like if I just chopped it up, it was spicy. But yeah, I don't know. But if you don't like spicy, you can also do a regular bell pepper. You know, you make these meals work for you. A lot of the time I'm doing here from 9 a.m. till I don't know, it's like 12 o'clock right now. So 12 o'clock is like the latest that I've worked in a very, very long time. But 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. So what I did was I started buying those soups in a can. This is what I'll probably do tomorrow. I buy the soup in a can. I had onions, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, orange bell pepper. I had broccoli. I had cauliflower, carrots. Chop all of that up. Not always all together. Sometimes I'll pair it. You know, sometimes I'll pepper. Sometimes it's onions and broccoli. And then I'll take my sausage and I'll chop those up and I'll saute it in my cast iron skillet. After I saute it in that, then I will dump them over into my soup and then cook my soup. The soup cooks for a good 8 to 10 minutes. And then you eat it. It works for me because my clients are normally back to back to back to back. So this is a meal that I can start cooking, let it cool off, put my client under the dryer and eat it without rushing. Like I can eat it and, you know, get a little full, get some energy and refuel. Or I can kind of eat it while I'm doing hair, meaning it's something I don't have to touch with my hands. And that one a little hard. I don't have to touch it with my hands. I can, you know, kind of lean over, scoop, cover back up, and do my client. So yeah, y'all, it's being a vegetarian, eating healthy is all about planning and prepping. If you do not plan what you're going to eat, if you do not prep what you're going to eat, it's going to be very hard. I did not expect this to be spicy. My first time eating this, it wasn't spicy. Like, it had a little spice to it, but it wasn't spicy. I remember it not being spicy because what I would do is after I chop that top layer off, I mean the top part of the pepper, I would chop up a few pieces and
put them on top after I cook it to give me a little spice. Whew. With these peppers, even whether it's the poblano or maybe it's a bell pepper, you can switch this up in many different ways. You could do rice, you could do quinoa, you could do vegetables, you could do meat, you could do cheese, you could do a gravy on top. It's like the more I talk, the more I heat up. This is crazy. Okay. It's not that spicy. Like, I don't want y'all to think I'm dramatic, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm just over here like burning and like, why would I eat that? Some of y'all like spicy though. I don't care if it's spicy, because you can't enjoy it because your tongue is like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And my breath hot is making my tongue hot. The gravy thing is a good idea. But yeah, also what I can see is if you do have a bell pepper, and maybe I'll try this, putting like some tortilla, like crunching up some tortilla shells and putting it over in there, like if you have meat or some type of maybe vegetarian, vegan meat substitute type situation. My mouth is extra watery now. Some type of meat substitution, then you can, you know, chop those tortillas up to give it a crunch. I had it in the oven from like 7:25 till 7:44. I was looking at the clock, so however many minutes is so however many minutes that is, that's how long I kept it in there. Yeah. And then the best thing about these meals is the only thing that I have to wash is my pot that I cook my rice in. And I put aluminum foil down on the pan that I actually was cooking it in. So I'll take that aluminum foil and throw it away. And when I get done, I'm going to throw this away. Paper plate meals, okay? I don't have a lot of time to cook. I don't care to cook. I don't care to spend my time in the kitchen cooking. The only time I'm excited about cooking something is when it's a new recipe. Like this, I thought of this and I was like, ooh, I can't, like I've been eating my soups and my vegetables, how I said, you know, chopping it up and sauteing it and stuff. I've been doing that for about a month now. Maybe a month and a half, and it's kind of getting boring. So I could do it that long and not be bored. I know a lot of people have issues with, y'all excuse me, you know, spicy stuff make your nose run. But I know a lot of people have issues with, oh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Do I sound? No accent. Okay. A lot of times people express that they don't want to get bored, or they get bored, they can't eat the same things every day. Again, I don't like to cook. I don't like to wash dishes. A whole lot of dishes at one time. I don't have a problem. Yeah, I don't like to wash dishes. So for me, knowing what I'm going to eat is like, okay, I know I get my saucepan, pour my soup over in it. After my soup is done, I'm going to pour what I want to eat out. Put the rest in a container, or you know, like whatever. But in order to be successful with being a vegetarian, in order to be successful with being a vegan, or maybe you are working out and you're trying to eat better, the meal prep and the meal planning helps a whole hell of a lot. Okay, you got to do whatever you got to do to stay accountable. So if you know that you're going to be running errands, you're going to be busy, and you know you're supposed to be eating at a certain time, do what you got to do. Ziploc bags, get some little containers that's, you know, you could throw in your bag, throw in your purse, leave in your car. Have whatever you need to eat wherever you need to eat. Yeah. Also, what I eat in a day, again, I eat the same things, so I have pretty much the same things daily, and I do try to switch them up every now and again. So like this week, not this week, last week I bought bananas. I don't remember the last time I bought bananas because they don't have seeds in them, so I stopped eating bananas, but I kind of wanted some bananas. My plan was to make smoothies, protein smoothies to drink in the morning time. So I bought bananas to make in there, and I didn't do, I just ate the bananas. But normally what I would do is in the morning time, I would have a cup of blueberries, drink some tea and some water. Normally I fill this up. What I've been doing is filling this up and trying to drink at least 2 of these a day. I think it's like 24 ounces. I think it's like 24 ounces, 26 ounces, 28, something like that. Trying to drink 2 of those a day to make sure I stay hydrated. Also, I feel like this might be TMI, but whatever. When I don't drink enough water, it's harder for me to go poo. So ladies and guys, make sure you're drinking enough water to move things throughout your digestive system how it's supposed to, so that your body can work for you. Take care of your body and your body will work for you. So I'm pretty tired. I'm sure this video isn't the most, like, in my mind I had a whole idea for this video. I was so excited. I was gonna prop the camera up nice, and I was gonna be sitting so you can actually see my plate and you're gonna see me eat. But like I said, I ran over, and I just, when they left, my client and her friend left, I just wanted to eat my food and go lay down. So I kind of reheated my food while she was under the dryer. And when they left, I just grabbed my paper plate and I sat down to eat, and I was like, well, at least let me video, you know, my plate. So that's what I started to do. And then I was eating, and I was like, well, at least you can record yourself eating, you know, kind of giving feedback. So that's what I started doing, which led me to rambling. My videos are gonna get way better. I'm gonna actually plan videos and have all the nice shit that y'all like to see. But I'm a real person, okay? I'm a real person who be tired. And not saying that people who do YouTube and they make millions are not real people and they don't be tired and they ain't got a million things going on. I'm just not there yet. I'm not there where I have stuff planned out, you know, to a T. I do have things that I want to do, like this paper plate meals, where I come to y'all, show y'all what I'm eating and talk about what I'm eating. And I do have other episodes planned that I want to do. However, I'm at a point of just create and just do, because if I wait, me personally, me waiting until the time is right and I'm sat down and I'm, you know, it will never happen. So, anywho, I'm off this. I'm about to go. I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired. Well, if you make this paper plate, if you make this paper plate meal, please tag me on Instagram, hashtag paper plate meal. You can send me a message. If you make something close to this, I would like to see what you did. Maybe I want to make what you made. Yeah. Good night. Yo, peace and love. Peace and love. It's Gifted Hands. And I'm back with your paper plate meal. Alright? So this one is a leftover on top of a leftover. On top of some veggies, right? So what I got up in there, I got some red bell pepper, green bell pepper, onions, and broccoli. And I use this is leftover rice from the pro blown up. Alright, okay. All the noise. I have this leftover rice and leftover soup that I put on my poblano pepper. Alright. So a lot of times the meals that I like to make them for at least 2 days. If I have it for lunch one day, I'll eat it for dinner the next. If I eat it for dinner, one day, then I'll go ahead and eat it for lunch the next day. However I feel like. But this is a very fulfilling meal, very flavorful. If I wanted to, I also could saute some vegan sausage before I put my soup in there with the onions. That's what I typically like to do. And alright, y'all, just excessively loud. But yeah, so I like to season it. I have this salt-free garlic and herb seasoning. Boom. My motherfucking Italian seasoning. Boom. And then, onion powder. Boom. And yeah. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. And the soup has a lot of stuff in it itself. That's why I like them. But yeah, y'all, it was so freaking good. Again, the point of these meals is to make easy meals, little cleanup, but still flavorful.